Alrighty, here we go. Episode 2 of the Portland Timbers Football Manager Save. Oh boy, where can I find this? I'm pulling this up right here. All right, we are here. We are here. We have made it for episode 2. Now, in between episodes, I played the entirety of the preseason, but there are some big, big, big announcements that I have to make. I have made a couple of transactions, um, including the new record signing for Major League Soccer. I do not want to spoil it, but it might get spoiled here. Looks like it is spoiled here. That's unfortunate. But what can you do? What can you do? I had to make a big move due to several reasons. I wasn't able to bring Jonathan Rodriguez to Portland. As you can see right here, before I fire this up, I'm just going to talk about the signings, the big signing I had to make. Oh, well, that's not him. Where is he? I had to talk about why I was unable to bring Jonathan Rodriguez to this team. Because this is 2023. He has just joined Club America. He's only been there for a half season, as it says on his contract. So he didn't want to leave right away. Understandable. Not good for our accuracy, which is why it kind of annoys me that this game is stuck in 2023 to start. But because that I wasn't able to bring Jonathan Rodriguez here. But I thought maybe I could bring in the other guy who we were linked with this winter. And boy, oh boy, would I have loved to get him. Boy, oh boy. But it says Herman Berterame has just joined his new club. But look at this. I offered them. I went in with 2 different bids for Herman Berterame. 2 different times. $1 million that rose to 1.2 million. An absolute steal for a player of this caliber. But Berterame did not want to leave. Unfortunate. Maybe at some point in the future for this save, I will go back in for him. But for right now, he's off the table. Jonathan Rodriguez is off the table. So I had to get creative. I knew I wanted to bring in another striker because Felipe Moore is the only active striker on this roster. No other striker aside from Adairon Espria, who could play up top, is on this striker. So I went in and I swung for the fences. El Presidente, welcome to Portland. And boy, did I have to splash the cash for him. So initially our transfer budget was $4 million. Understandable. But I was able to come in for a big offer. I put $4 million down and then installments of $14 million for the next 3 years, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna try and find this. But for now, as it says, Evander is the new arrival. Anthony got here early. He was here for the beginning of 2023 in this. Kamal Miller is here. James Pantemis. These are the other T2 signings, including very cool that Noah Santos is here. I would love to be able to use him in the future, but as of right now, he's getting there. He's not close yet, but he's got a bit of growing to do. He is only 16 though, so very excited. He should be getting a lot of T2 minutes this year. But I had to swing for the fences, and El Presidente, welcome to Portland. So now it's all about preparing for the season opener. And before the season opener even happens, which keep in mind we are playing DC United in the future, Pedro Santos, Christian Benteke, Christian Dahome. They've also went out and got Will Trapp, Matti Peltola, one of the real life signings. They have Kyle Hebert, Chris McVeigh. So very, very solid DC United team, also under Troy Lesane that I'm going to have to go up against. But for now, here's what our team looks like. So but before I get into what I've settled in as my first choice 11, because right now this is my first choice 11. Some players are still resting after playing the friendly to Houston, and I'll go over the friendly record in a little bit. I have to talk about the injuries because there are two serious injuries that the Timbers have suffered, that this team has suffered going into preseason. The first one is the worst one, and it's Anthony. He was the recipient of a hard challenge from David Ajala in training. It resulted in a lower back stress fracture. He's out for 5 to 6 weeks. He's on the disabled list now. So his roster spot is now open. He will be gone for the first month and a half of the year, probably, of the regular season, which does suck, but I do have the cover here for now. Zach McGraw pulled his abdominal muscle in training. He wasn't going to start, unfortunately. He wasn't doing that well in preseason before he got this injury. So the combination of Dario Zuparic and Miguel Araujo is going to be my first choice center back pairing entering this year, because Kamal Miller is expected to be a squad player. That's how he came. And also, he can cover at left back, which the team really needs. So Eric Miller can back up Juan Mosquera on the right because Claudio Bravo isn't hurt. In terms of the only outgoing transfer I have made, we're going to check in on him right now because even though Ivicic showed no desire to leave, Houston came in with an offer. They asked for initially their offer was unrealistic. They wanted us to send Gam to them in order to get rid of him, which was ridiculous. So I ended up talking them into $250K Gam and first round draft pick. So pretty good business. And keep in mind, first round draft picks are really they're really overpowered in this game. Not in terms of how you use them, but they're really valuable in terms of trade compensation. So I don't like using the draft picks that much in this. I did a Timber save last year on the previous year's game, where what's the word I'm thinking of? Where none of my draft picks really panned out. One of them did, but even so, it wasn't a. It really wasn't a surefire way to keep building this team. But draft picks are worth a lot, and I was able to trade Ivicic away. And now, since I traded Ivicic away, let's get into the friendlies, how we did. I opened up the first friendly with a 4-0 win with the first 11 against the second 11. Pretty good. Evander got 2 goals. Tege Koba got a goal off the bench. Felipe missed a penalty. Then our next friendly was against DC. This was a little bit tougher. Eric Williamson, meanwhile, fantastic game for him, a goal and an assist, including the winner in the 90th minute. Very good job from him. Against New England, things were back to normal a little bit. 2-1 win, 2 first half goals, one from Evander, one from Eric Williamson. They scored theirs off a corner kick late in the game, so we just had to withhold a late onslaught. Then against Minnesota United's second team, Felipe Mora gets the winner there. Should have won by a lot more in this game. I'm not going to lie. Same thing with Charlotte. We really should have won more in this by more in this game. Eric Williamson gets the opening goal, and then Brandon Cambridge for Charlotte equalizes in the 60th. We're unable to pull it back. Zuparic gets the winner off a corner kick against Atlanta. He had an excellent game here. And this is where I first realized, okay, the tandem of him and Araujo are going to end up starting this year. That's just the way it's going to be. But we saved our best friendly performance for our last friendly, where we put 5 past former Timbers keeper Aljaž Ivačić. He had a horrific day at the office. Santiago Moreno with 2 goals and 2 assists. New boy John Kennedy gets his first goal for the club. He found the back of the net. Dairon Asprilla also chipped in with 2 assists here. David Ayala found the back of the net, and so did Felipe Mora. So that is a really, really good opening for preseason. It means the tactics are starting to click. But if we look at the squad registration really quickly, there's a lot of salary cap space. There are 5 possible players we can add, and I really, really, really want to add another winger. Now, how am I going to add another winger? I don't want to trade for anyone just yet. I am waiting for this day on the calendar, which is the MLS team registration day. Waivers in this game are huge. The final day before the season begins, there is always a bunch of players that get released. So I want to see who gets released and see if I can claim them, because I have the salary cap space to add another winger of like $800K free. A good amount of GAM available if I take a look properly. Yeah, so we have $2 million in GAM available, $2 million available in TAM. So yeah, when I first got into the save, the GAM was already spent on the salary cap impacts for these players. Some of these players, once again, they don't have a they don't have any. I didn't have to do anything with a salary cap for this, except for Evander, because his cap impact will always be the senior max because he is a DP. John Kennedy hits is registered as a young DP. His cap hit is $200K. So I was able to pay him almost $1,500. 1.5 mil. I was almost able to pay him 1.5 mil. His cap hit is $200K. Huge. I love young DPs in this game. Especially young DP strikers. And John Kennedy is the first signing I have made, and is the first young DP I have made. So it actually leaves us very, very open in terms of what we can do to fill up the rest of this and hopefully add another winger for roster release, because we have an extra international slot open. And I'm really, really interested to see which players will become available for that. But yeah, also in other news, the Seattle Sounders, it looks like they're going to try and bring in Richie Laryea. Okay. Not really a lot of other major moves. I did take a peek when I was looking to possibly bring in another looking into bringing another winger. Joseph Paintsil is still with Genk in Belgium, but the Galaxy do have Gabriel Peck, so it's just interesting to see. I was interested, but John Kennedy was more important because of both the salary cap and team needs. But once again, 190K to 1.9 mil for Berterame. He could be worth going in for in the summer. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe move John Kennedy over to the wing on the left, basically as an inside forward, which I don't know, could work, but that's not what I have to worry about right now. Also, in terms of the captaincy, Diego Chara is going to be the captain, and Dario Zubric is going to be the vice captain. Don't really have anything else to say there. Very straightforward. Let's see. Let's just set up a couple of trainings really quickly. Moreno's fine. That's fine for Pantemis, who is the backup right now after Ivacic was traded away to Houston. Very good. And Ivacic didn't want to leave in this game. But the offer came in, and I was going to try and get rid of him just purely for salary cap reasons. And also due to the fact that there were 5 goalkeepers on the roster. So, in real life, they get nothing for Ivacic. They just released him. They waived him. But we get some Cam coming back to us in this version of the save. Both of these guys are terrible. I don't want any of them. Okay. So once again, for those of you who are joining in late, new young DP striker I have brought to the club for a record fee, John Kennedy, El Presidente from Fluminense. 4 million up front with installments that will eventually add up to 18 mil, and he will be worth it. So I'm very, very happy about that. We're getting closer and closer to roster cut day. Also, first division dribbles per game. Jimmy Char just popped up down there. Very cool. Very, very happy to see him. He was already gone. It says that in this game he leaves for free. In real life, it's an undisclosed fee, but he's not there. I didn't have to sell him. And also, speaking of former Timbers going places, FC Cincinnati signed Yaroslav Niezgoda in this save. Got him on a free. Very good for him. Yeah, see, there's Jimmy again. Good for him. And former Vancouver Whitecap Daber Caicedo. Very cool. Also, I am tired of all of these trade offers for Eric, Dario, and who's the other one? Claudio Bravo. They just really, really want Claudio Bravo for some reason. And it's bugging the hell out of me. Okay, so we're 1 day away from the team, from the final roster compliance day. And keep in mind, the rosters can be changed. There isn't a set registration day, but there is this one you have to. Okay, so let's see. What does it say? It says Kamal and Zoop. I mean, that's fine, but Kamal as the backup left back is going to work. Other than that, we're good. Debuts my head coach. Cannot wait. Anthony's still out with that. He's still out. It's not great with that lower back stress fracture. In terms of the opening date of the season, let's see. They are asking me some questions, and I love doing these press conferences. I hope I'm not as annoying as these guys are. I'm confident get out to a good start. Oh, hell yeah. Always hype up your players. Always hype up your players in these press conferences. It's going to make your players love you. San Jose to make a move for Santi. He's not for sale. I'm really excited. Yeah, preseason's been really good. We did have a really good preseason. Only one of our preseason games we failed to win, and it was a draw against a Charlotte team that did look pretty dangerous. Yeah, and see, the team agrees with me. Most importantly, Diego Chara. I have to keep him happy if I want the locker room happy. So, and also Larry's, who will be on the bench for this one due to McGraw's injury. Whew. Can't believe it. And that's really dumb. So 3 days after this, I have Kansas City away. I didn't realize that. That might be a CCL thing or something. But Oscar Pareja says that the John Kennedy transfer is really good business. I have to agree with him on that. Ayala has been training really well. Zubrich, Araujo. Yeah, see. So Zubrich and Araujo are just going to be the starting center back pairing. It just makes sense. Larry's, it's fine. The Larry's, the quote unquote Larry's problem. It isn't really a problem. He's just 35 and his contract is up at the end of the year, and I'm perfectly fine with him letting it run out. He deserves it for what he's brought to this club. Oh, when did the Braves go 3? I have a baseball game in the background. So when did the Braves go 3 up? Okay, so here is the roster compliance. So Anthony is not registered right now because he is on the disabled list. He is hurt. He has a very bad injury. While Mosquera's here, everyone else here is registered. I'm going to keep Kyle Linares and Nathan, but I'm going to make Kyle Linares. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Available for T2 90 minutes. So I want him to train with the first team, and I don't want to send him down right now because in this game he's 20 years old. Still has a bit of growing to do, and he's just going to need more. He's just going to need more minutes. So he's available for the U21s unless we have a serious injury, and I'll be able to rectify that. $800K in cap space, easily enough to pick up another winger depending on who gets released. If the guy who I'm hoping gets released, I will be all over it. Really quickly before I hit confirm, because everything here is perfectly fine. Here is the roster status update. 2 DPs, 1 young DP in John Kennedy, 1 senior DP, true DP in Evander. Our U22 slots right now are taken up by Juan Mosquera, Anthony, and David Ayala. All good. It might make sense to extend one of these guys soon. Even though Juan's contract has already been extended in this game, I might extend Ayala's because I know how good he can get. But yeah, everything here looks good. And once again, players who are not registered will be waived unless they are injured. So, and after the March waiver draft date, waived players who have guaranteed contracts will still count against the salary cap. We are all good. The one player who I need to get rid of, Houston wanted him really badly. And thank God they did. Allowed us to make a little bit of money. Okay. It's match day. So the fans want to see John Kennedy make his debut. The board, which right now the board who merits the owner, there's also Heather Davis and then 3 other people whose names I don't recognize who make up the board. So they want to see some entertaining soccer, and they want to see John Kennedy make his debut, which he will. 3 more homegrown players, including Hunter Sult, who is with T2 right now. I couldn't find a loan move for him, but he is listed for loan. I want him to find a loan, but no one wants to bite. Adolfo Enriquez, one of our left back, one of our fullbacks, and then our other fullback, Sawyer Jura from the right side. I want him to get so good so quickly. But he's 16. He's got pretty good potential for this team. And he's starting with T2. And he will be playing for T2, which is one of the reasons why I don't like draft picks in this, because they actually like screw up the playing time for your academy players in there, in the youth teams. So yeah, DC United at home to kick off the year, and then visit to Kansas City 3 days later. And now here is the waiver list, and let's see who I want. Okay, so not as big as I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. Evan Bush is out here, understandable. Tiki and Sabale, maybe, but no. Isaiah Parker. Sebastian Ibiaga is actually a pretty solid player here, but I have plenty of center backs. Lucas Bartlett's another center back. Don't need that. Tom Barlow, a striker. Don't need another striker. Spencer Ritchie, another goalkeeper. Tomas Gomez, another goalkeeper. But actually, if I keep looking here, Alonso, just really quickly. Yeah, he's not the guy. I think I found him. So, yeah. This is what I was looking for. I was waiting for someone. First of all, Houston, what the hell is going on there? Sviatchenko is gone. And yeah, what in the This is weird. This is weird. I feel like I should put in a claim for him. But for now, I'm not going to. Mikhail, also, they just waived both of their starting center backs in real life. That's impressive, honestly. George Campbell, also another young center back. So for a league where there aren't really a lot, like quality center backs are hard to find, apparently Houston can do without two of them. Drew Yearwood's the last guy I'm going to look at here. He can kind of play anywhere. Yeah, see, there's a lot to like, but like that's a lot of money for him. And I need the wing. I need help on the wings more. So yeah, I'm going to place a waiver claim for Tyler Boyd, because that's exactly the type of thing I was looking for here. Good dribbler, pretty good crosser, decent finisher, decent first touch, pretty good natural fitness, kind of pacey, decent stamina. Like, once again, you couldn't really ask for a better guy to just snap up for free, honestly. Okay. Game time. Okay, we're going to see what happens with the Tyler Boyd waiver claim. I'm going to see what happens with those other ones, but most importantly, Tyler Boyd. Okay, so now we have these. The first thing I always do is whatever the opposition instructions are, I hit yes for that for next match only. The rest of this, nothing. They want me to they want me to change my tactic, but I love my tactic, so I'm not going to do that. It's breezy, wet, 51 degrees here. And here we go. Okay, our first 11 with the Portland Timbers. We got Maxime Crepeau in goal. We have Bravo and Mosquera as the wingbacks. Zuperich and Araujo in the middle. Diego Chara as the 6. Eric Williamson as the 8. Evander. Now, this is what I love about advanced playmaker attack as a center mid. This Evander is basically going to be the 8 to 10 hybrid that he normally plays at for the Timbers. And that's always really cool. Also, because the Wings are still in pretty bad shape after Antony's injury, Dairon Asprilla gets a start on the right. Santiago Moreno, normally I'd start him on the right, but he came with a very good partnership with Claudio Bravo on the left. So I'm going to use him here. And the record signing, El Presidente, John Kennedy up top. Let's see how this is going to play for our season opener, basically. Felipe Mora, Nathan, Marvin Loria, David Ajala, Christian Paredes, Kamal Miller, Larry Smabiala, Eric Miller, and James Pantemis on the bench. Let's get the season started. Crepeau, thrilled to be picked. Every other guy here is happy. And now we are going, let's see what DC's team is going to look like. Yeah, exactly. Like, no, they got Luis Martins and Will Bruin too. And Click starts on the bench. That's interesting. Troy Lesesne's still in charge. But, yeah, I can. This is good. This is very good. Let's take a look and let's do this. Okay. My pep talks haven't really like settled in yet. But they will once we start winning games. And now here we go underway. Your first Timbers 11 of 2023 in the Jeremy Peterman era. Whew. Yeah. So they're doing a 3-4-2-1, but a wide 3-4-2-1 with two wingers instead of two tens. So very interesting. Kansas City has already played. They beat the LA Galaxy, it looks like. But yeah. And here we go, underway. Whew. So I've been trying to emphasize good ball movement, keeping the ball. And there's, God damn it, Bravo. God damn it, Bravo. Okay, it's fine. It's 20 seconds in. Not every match we're going to be dominant right out the front, but it looks like we kind of are if you saw the possession stats really quickly. Crepeau's going to go out wide to Bravo here. I said Crepeau's distribution to be to center backs and fullbacks so we can actually play out from the back. So you can see Diego with plenty of space to run into, finds Dairon. Here's Eric Williamson. He's looking out wide to Juan Mosquera into Dairon just inside the box. Waits a little bit, and there it is! John Kennedy on his debut 6 minutes in. The flag has gone up. Is this going to stand? That's exactly what I wanted to see. Even if he's offside by like a little bit. Yeah, he is offside. That's not going to stand. But that's exactly what I want to see. Legitimately. Just like balls out wide. Dairon probably could. That's like barely offside. Barely offside. Oh, and Benteke has gone out. And Will Bruin is in. It took 10 minutes for Christian Benteke to get hurt. That's not great for them. But now it's a DC corner, 16 minutes in. Short, Peltola, Dahome, Santos. Is he offside? Is he not? Yeah, he's offside there. Okay, good. Great. Now let's see where this is going to go. Kennedy wins the header, plays it down to Evander. Now Moreno, dispossessed by Herrera. DC is going to recycle it. Hebert, Santos. Okay, they're still knocking it around the back a little bit. I didn't want to get too aggressive with the press, like early on in this one, because with a strong mid block, you can just force the opposition to create mistakes, and then it leaves all the space in behind as Mosquera takes the ball away, finding Dairon on the right. Back to Juan. Looks like we're going to slow down a little bit right outside the box. Diego finds, oh, what a ball from Evander, but Dairon's shot goes wide. Oh, that is fine. It's our first shot of the day. Here's Evander from the free kick, puts it over. It's A-okay. It's A-okay. We are not worried. That's the word on the street. We are not worried about this. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about anything. It's been 20 minutes. Araujo for Mosquera. Eric looking out wide. Good pass looking for Dairon. Hebert able to dispossess. Santos. Peltola. Vander just a little too late to get that out. But now Dahome going down the right side. Vander still shadowing him. Forces him to play back into the middle for Trapp. But, oh, no. Made the pass that made the run inside. Bravo did not pick him up, but luckily there's a horrific finish there. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. After this game, I will show you my screen. I didn't realize that I didn't press the screen record button. So, yeah, you guys can't see any of this. That is kind of my loss. I screwed up here. I fucked up. Okay, Vander! And Vander scores off the post with the assist from Santiago Moreno. It is 1-0. Evander grabs the goal 27 minutes in. Oh my God. Yeah, you guys should have been able to see this. I'll show you guys the highlights like after I restart this stream. This is my first time doing this. I'm not very good at doing this, you know, like I'm not like incredibly technologically advanced. By the way, it's 53% possession to 47% possession. Portland on top, 3 shots to 1. Portland on top. The 1 shot on target has gone in through Evander with a Santiago Moreno assist. Okay, now I'm just going to have to radio broadcast this, I guess. Evander. It's now Santi on the edge of the box. In for Evander. The shot is saved by Tyler Miller, and it's out for a goal for a corner kick. Somehow there's a flare in the crowd. That's pretty cool. Araujo puts it over. Okay. You know what? I might just delete like this stream and then just restart from the first episode or just like redo episode 2. Either way, it's halftime. Timbers up 1-0. Evander gets the goal in the 27th minute, assist from Santiago Moreno. We are going to I'm just laughing at myself. Good Lord. I'm a little dumb. Doing well, keep working hard until full time. Everyone like that. Okay, Juan struggling a bit today. He's on a 6.4 with a yellow card. He might be the first player substituted out around the 60th minute. I usually like to do a sub of the 60th, sub of the 70th, and a sub of the 75th, just to make sure everyone gets a little bit of playing time. The Sounders are opening the season against Orlando, and Nico Ladero has just scored an own goal. And Leo Chu has just followed that up to make it 3-0 to the Sounders at home against Orlando. That's interesting. Meanwhile, 61st minute, Diego Chara, Bravo, Evander Moreno shot saved by Miller at the near post, and it's out for another corner. Okay, I'm going to take 1 minute here to make a substitution. Juan has not been on it today. I am putting in Eric Miller. Oh, good God. I guess that's my own April Fool's joke the more I think about it. And Evander takes the corner and immediately cuts to nothingness. Okay. 70th minute's coming here. I'm going to sub off Dairon Asprilla. He hasn't had a great game. Let's get Marvin Loria on for his season debut, playing as an inverted winger on the right. Okay. Bravo throws into Zuperich as the 72nd minute. Zuperich finds Evander. Evander back to Moreno. Now Bravo driving his way up the field. He's across midfield. Eric, one-touch pass to Evander towards the top of the box, and Kennedy's shot is blocked by Steve Birnbaum, and it's out for another Timbers corner. Bravo's had a good game. Diego Chars had a good game. Evander and Santiago Moreno both with good games. Evander with the goal as Laria's cross comes in. It's headed away. Falls to John Kennedy. El Presidente back out to Loria. Pass in. Kennedy's shot saved by Tyler Miller. Woof. Good Lord. I'm still in shock over my own stupidity. Okay. Eric Miller. Evander looking for Kennedy. Is he onside? He goes for it. The shot is saved, but the flag is up. Yikes. All right. Now, that's it for you, John Kennedy. Not a great debut for the new boy. He's going off. On comes Felipe Mora. We're going to put Christian Paredes on for Eric Williamson. And we're going to bring David Ayala on for Evander in the 78th minute with some time to play. All that's left here is protecting the lead. And so far, through this game, only one shot for DC. It was that Dahomey chance earlier on. One shot, none on target. So the defense is holding up extremely well as Mora's shot gets blocked inside the box and cleared out. Very bad day at the office for DC, but for us at least, this game is still winding down. We've had a very, very solid season opener. Bravo now down the left, looking for the cross into the box, intercepted by McVeigh. Cleared out only as far as Eric Miller. Miller working his way up the right side. He's got some space to run into. Pass back to Paredes. Back for Diego Chara. Diego with the good touch. Finds Ayala. Back for Zuperich. Just keeping possession in DC's half. Exactly what we want. Now Bravo with space to break along the left. Back for Ayala. Ayala finds Paredes. Paredes decides to play it back to Eric Miller. Miller, his shot saved by Tyler Miller. It was a speculative effort anyway, but he did get it on target. As we're going to see how much stoppage time we have left. 4 minutes. DC only with 2 shots, keep in mind. As here's a highlight. Bravo crossed in, looking for Perez at the top of the box. It's headed away by Peltola, but Diego Char is able to recover. Here's Loria. His shot is blocked. Now Paredes looking to make a run into the box, and Jose clears it out to the touchline for a throw. Can the Timbers add a second goal here to firmly put a stamp on this game? Diego Chara. Intercepted by Trapp, but Miller unable to get to it. Here's Paredes. Here's Ayala. Back for Mora. Mora dropping in, looking for Santiago Moreno. It's intercepted. DC. Is there a possibility of a break here? Birnbaum. Up his pass for Dahomey, intercepted by Bravo, but Bravo then turns it back over to Birnbaum. Interesting. McVeigh, Birnbaum, Dahomey. The shot is blocked, but Crepeau is able to get the rebound. Just 15 seconds left to kill. Up, but Birnbaum wins the header on the long ball, looking for Moreno. He's going to play it in behind for Dahomey, and the flag is up. That should take us to full time. I still can't believe I just went live chat. I didn't even start recording the screen. That's my fault. That is my fault. I April fooled myself. As there's the final whistle, it is a 1-0 Portland Timbers victory. 56% possession to 44%. Portland out shooting DC 13-3, 5 shots on target. Also winning the XG battle 1.41 to 0.32. 6 corner kicks to 2. 1 yellow card that goes to Juan Mosquera. But best player of the match is Evander, who gets the match winner in the 37th minute. And another good win. Very, very, very good for this team. Not a great debut for John Kennedy. But once again, he's going to be here for like 4 years probably. So I'm not too worried about him. Taking one off as a precaution. Okay. I'm about to actually start with a legitimate stream. But I just have to get a couple of housekeeping things here first. I feel bad. I legitimately did not know that my screen wasn't up here. So it looks like episode 3 is about to start right after this. I'm trying my hardest. I really am. But yeah, Evander, it's a stunner. You will see the highlights. I will show you as soon as I can. Once again, very happy with the defense. Very, very happy with the defense for that one. Okay. Just saving up. I still cannot believe it. I am embarrassed, but I don't feel any shame for this. So it's healthy. It's healthy to be embarrassed. All right. Episode 2 coming up.